Another great Thursday on deck, folks. Oh, I see you, Mr. Sindler. I see you. Good to see you, sir. So we'll start the night like this. Sean Combs was a ditty, had wild parties aplenty, baby oil and backlash. Hope it brought him joy. No more music mogul. Now, just a bad boy. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Online open mic presented by the legendary, that's right, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know what this is. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this. Well, welcome to episode 82. As I said, we do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we'd like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York State Council on the Arts. All right, you can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to newyourekan.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with one of the dopest techs in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. That cat's dope. All the way up into BX. You know what it is. Also, the one and only Matthew Marroquin. Make sure you are plugging in with Matty Ice Storm Lake. He's not in the building this evening, but he definitely gets down, and he will be back next week. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you plug in. Tonight's theme, Clarihue and Present Artistry, Between Lines. The poem that I opened up the night with is a Clarihue poem, all right? Just an interesting little style, all right? Just to challenge yourself to dabble in different things, different themes, right? Comedy and poetry is difficult. Adding humor and poetry is not easy, folks. So challenge yourself to do different things. Next week's theme, the rising tides, moon song. Yeah, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. Just as the summer is getting crazy, right? The heat, the floods, it's bananas, folks. So make sure you plug in. Here's a look at the upcoming themes that will get us through July, and we will keep it pushing, folks. All right? There are things going on, and it's going to be a great ride all the rest of the way. All right? let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all of the beautiful exuberance that goes into your performance. Also, have your artwork ready. All right, we have a full list this evening. Have your artwork ready as you're approaching the microphone. Also, the new time rules are in effect, folks, which means you have 4 minutes to rock plus a 30-second intro. All right, I will go into the example once we're done here. Just so you know, right? You have 4 minutes. At 4 minutes, you will hear the wrap it up music. You then have 30 more seconds to get down, and then the mute is coming. All right. This is just to ensure that we keep the time in a respectable range, right? And so everybody doesn't burn out by the end. All right. We have reached the time of night where all the sensitive ears should be elsewhere because there are some explicit lyricists in our community, and they may bring about some triggering flashbacks. However, the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Go around and get cute and get the boot, man. All the way from the BX, baby. We ain't playing that around here, all right? Thou hath been warned. This is a living, breathing trigger warning, all right? This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a piece of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience, right? Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way, all right? All that energy will be returned to you in the performances this evening. Trust. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sign up, you go to newyourekan.org, click on full events calendar, you click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need an artist RSVP ticket, all right? Sometimes they don't always sell out on a Wednesday night. So make sure you are checking them out late into the night and even on Thursday morning, all right? So tonight's list is filled with incredible creatives that came to get down. Some we haven't seen in a while, right? But the usual suspects are in the building, all right? So let's do it. Here's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Ike in the building. Michael Sindler, good to see you, sir. Really. Bob and Gomez here. Daughter of Krypton is here. Alan Gary. Nicole, sup? What's up? Bill Elkins is here. All the good folks. So please direct your attention to Ron Mark Thompson's piece of this Zoom verse. He is giving you a preview of what the countdown will look like. Again, the timer will start at 4 minutes. You can see it in his Zoom box or at the top of your total Zoom box. All right. Once you see that countdown, you will see this pop up at 4 minutes. When you hear that, the timer will continue for the next 30 seconds. After that 30 seconds, unfortunately, the mute is coming. All right. So we can make sure we get to all the folks in a timely manner. All right. So that is all of the details. Let's get to the poetry. All right. So setting us off this evening. Listen, as I'm putting the list in the chat, this evening is filled with just some incredible artists that do this for real, folks. I know some people, kind of play with this, but these folks are very serious about what they do and take it absolutely 100% real. Coming up first, this artist, one of the pillars of our community, has continued to innovate her work and make space for so many other artists on so many other platforms. Author of Some Days Here, From Pebble to Ripple, the one and only Finn Bell is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Finn. It is really always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemen2al. Good evening, folks. It's good to be here again. And as promised, continuation of what I did last week. I know that I brought my favorite love poems. So here's another one. Love is rebellion. Softness is our form of protest. So this is Bird Understander by Craig Arnold. Of many reasons, I love you, here is one. The way you write me from the gate at the airport, so I could tell you everything will be all right. So you can tell me there is a bird trapped in the terminal, all the people ignoring it because they do not know what to do with it, except to leave it alone until it scares itself to death. It makes you terribly sad. You wish you could take the bird outside and set it free, or failing that, call a bird understander to come help the bird. All you could do is notice the bird and feel for the bird and write to tell me how language feels impossibly useless. But you are wrong. You are a bird understander, better than I could ever be, who makes so many noises and called them song. These are your own words, your way of noticing and saying plainly, of not turning away from the hurt. You have offered them to me. I am only giving them back. If only I could show you how very useless they are not. Thank you.
You know, the way that you even read love poems is just a tad bit ridiculous. Just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn. Boo!
Great job.
Beautiful, Finn.
Yeah.
So much.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you just have a voice that's just kind of built for love poems. Even when it's about birds and airports, it's pretty amazing. He said, so I can tell you everything will be all right. Sometimes that's all someone needs, is to hear that phrase from the right person, and it just absolutely feels like it will be. How language feels impossibly useless. Sometimes. And then I'm only giving them back. You know, when you give someone the gift of words, usually when they come back to you, they're in such an even more spectacular form than you have given them. Thank you for sharing that with us. You're amazing. And I believe that you have an open mic going on this evening as well, right? So, folks, when you're done this evening, make sure you are going to rock with Finn Bell. Gonna be an amazing space without a doubt. Thank you, Finn. Appreciate you for setting us off this evening. Starship is underway. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way from the West Coast, this gentleman right here, listen, like the folk singer of our generation, arguably the dopest backdrop in the building, the one and only Bill Elkins is here. Come on, Bill. Let these folks know where they can find you, sir. It is really always great to see you. Please, take it away when you're ready.
Thanks, Elemental. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been participating. Anyway, I'm on the various social media, Facebook, WhatsApp. That's a new one I'm on. Anyway, the usual ones that I'm on before. Anyway, I want to do a song because there's this time limit. I want to make sure I comply with it. A song I wrote, it's one I've done before. It's called Macy. And it's about my favorite little dog, my little pooch that could only go diagonally. Hope you like it. You're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold. Diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue. You're beautiful in perfection, you're so dear. Your affection so severe. Oblivious to hatred, my little Macy, you would befriend the worst of fiends. My little black terrier, so affecting. Man's best friend is indeed a dog. When people keep killing each other over gods. You charming creature, my little Macy, you render my world sweet and kind. Whether chasing squirrels or little children, you give me repose so sublime. In a world fraught with danger for mankind. You're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold, diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue. Your beautiful imperfection is so dear. Your affection so severe. Okay, you can turn it off. Thank you.
Man, hearing your music is always just, it's one of those things you can't get anywhere else, right? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always enjoy that song. You can just feel the love you have for that dog so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really can. It does exactly what the song should do. That's real writing.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thank you all.
I agree, right? When a piece of art is written from the heart, it should be felt. No matter when you read it, no matter who listens to it, it should be felt. And you just have a great way of doing just that, sir. And your instrumentation is just incredible. Thank you for sharing that with us and your incredible memories. That just happens to be one of the dopest ones. Thank you, sir. Truly appreciate you. Good to see. All right. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman always comes through. Signature smile right on time along with his rhymes. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Eddie, always great to see you, man. Come on, take it away.
Thank you, my brother. No other words like thunder. And thank you to our co-hosts that we love the most, deserve toast, and everybody bows. Hello, my name is Ed Potash, home fit, fantastic. Please, time to join my rhyme. 5 plus a block. I got 2 short Q poems and a major poem, so I don't take too much time. The first poem is, I'm sorry, I send you prayers. Sometime life isn't fair. My condolences to the Texans, no matter what land or section. And the second one is, Bob slipped on a banana peel, not by accident, but for the thrill. He bounced off the high ceiling. He said, do I look more appealing? And my major one is called Accusation of Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Mirror, you're the reflection of me. We can agree it is meant to be. You're flipping a coin to the other half. It's okay, you don't have to do the math. To be or not to be, that's the question. But it doesn't give us deep satisfaction. Not satisfied being two halves of a whole. But we are all cold, thinking we are gold. Cold representing our inner ugliness. But what's chaos without any bliss? We aren't perfect when reality hits. We all take hits because we all have dents. Why can't we love our imperfections? Love can melt away any misconceptions. Denial is a heavy burden to bear, tied to a chair. If you share, then you wouldn't be losing your hair. You can't run away from your dark shadow. You can't scare away your murder of crows. They will follow you here and back. Breathe before you have a heart attack. They're your faults. Try to make peace. Please embrace them for a soothing release. I used to think flaws were a curse getting worse. It's not you. Don't converse about being diverse. Your weaknesses make you who you are. You're still a sun, a comet, and a shooting star. Please don't lose your battle inside your war. Don't forget what you are fighting for. The huge battlefield will never ever end till you embrace your impurities, my friend. At first, it's going to dramatically hurt, but what's a plant without a lot of dirt? Thank you.
Telling you, man. You just write such uplifting poetry, Eddie. I love it, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie Foreman.
Yeah, uplifting is the right word, and just
Thank you.
supportive too. I mean, it just, yeah, in these hard times right now, listening to Ed and his positivity just helps our soul.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And you're so dedicated to that form, Eddie, right? Like you just don't falter, man. And I appreciate that so much about you. Year after year after year, you come with that steady work, man, for real. Um, why can't we love our imperfections? Man, let me tell you, if we did, we might be a little bit happier. Seriously. Your weaknesses make you who you are. That's another really dope sentiment. Don't forget your battles inside your wars, right? Because you have to take your wins where you can get them, right? You may lose the war, right? But you got to be thankful for the battles that you won. Appreciate you, Eddie, for all that you do and continuing to share it with us. That's dope, man. All right, coming up next. Listen, I've been needing this, right? Because the weather's been mad crazy around these parts, man. And listen, when it gets crazy, you need something to calm your nerves and calm your senses. And this is what this gentleman does. I'm telling you, I still have to get the right prefix, right? Whether it's doctor or Mr. or the one and only Mr. Chicken Soup himself, I don't know. But his work just finds a way to stick to your bones. I'm telling you. The one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, Alan. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Unmute. Okay, thank you, Elemental and everybody. I am glad to be here. Friends, you can follow me anytime on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Well, tonight's theme, Clarion and present artistry. It's a whimsical four-line poem that humorously describes a famous person with the first line containing their name and a rhyme scheme of AABB. So it's real simple to do. It's a lot of fun. And I've done it for 3 different well-known, world-renowned folks who have touched my heart. And starting off with, if Shemp from the Three Stooges was president, we'd have laughter unlike the present resident, with pizza to share and nothing to fear. Next up, Taylor Swift fills her fans full of glee, donates money, her hearts into charity. She's hot, she's bold, and speaks her mind, going to be talked about for a long time. And last, but certainly not least, and I think first in our book, Elemental is a man of good words. No isms are ever heard. He is a leader and a friend from your first syllable to the end. Thank you, everybody.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why I love this dude. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. That was clever
that
and
was
nice.
wonderful, Yeah. We can all stand a little shimp in our lives. God, he would be so much better. I think that's where what's his name, Boris Johnson, stole his hair.
For those of you in the room who didn't catch that, right? There was this old show. It used to be in black and white about these three guys who just did the craziest things, man. Just the craziest things. And they were called the Three Stooges. And usually, sometimes it came on really, really late at night. But and there was some very, very little dialogue. But their actions spoke so much, right? And if you were really paying attention, you could learn quite a bit from those three cats. But thank you, sir. Thank you for taking that challenge and really embracing it, and just having a good time with it. I really, really appreciate that. And for throwing me in there, man. Listen, you didn't have to do that, but I am very, very appreciative of that. It just humbles me that much more. So thank you. I appreciate you very much. Told y'all, he just has a way of doing it, right? And he mentioned Taylor Swift. Like, come on. She's just like one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Like, hey, just the way it is. Thank you, sir. All right. Coming up next, all the way across the pond where it's wicked late, the most eloquent writer I know, Dr. Love himself, the one and only Lantern Carrier is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Lantern. Always great to see you, brother. Please, take it away.
Thank you. It's in the chat. I trump the fake reasons for war through lies, become nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I am a descendant of good German stock. I'm MAGA by my agenda for indigenous and blacks. Now, my poem: you came when I was lying in the gutter of ignorance, your smile lifting me to the celestial spheres, to the gleefulness of 10 million stars. I encrypted my love within the masala chai you savored with its flavorings, the brown cinnamon spice, the aniseed, the chef's culinary genius ascending like the sun's warmth. This love was in my signature enchanting attire, the durag, lapis lazuli kurta, scarf and silky pyjamas. It was in the silent music of the heart, now dancing to the rhythm of your ebony brown eyes, the radiant luster in your elegant cheeks. The ambience was synergistic, like a well-schooled software, tender, harmonious and self-assuring, poised and confident in its own excellence. Now the decor whispered serenades through chandeliers, quietly spreading the charm through Chinese calligraphy, cream-colored walls, and exotic tropical plants in areas strategic to the occasion. Not too long after the male and intimate discourse, I leaned over and you smiled, sensing my secret intentions. Our lips met, and breath on breath, I took in the Yves Saint Laurent, the unspoken thrills rushing through our now lit emotions. Your inner sweetness emanated, its breath a speechless waft on the wings of my ardent desire, fueling a longing to flourish like a butterfly's cocoon, eagerly awaiting its miraculous moment. Christ, you gorgeous, majestic, a Persian princess, oozing the stateliness of a queen, emitting the captivating allure of a goddess, transmitting a charisma, penetrating your petite waistline, your magnificent curves. Dressed lightly in satin silk, my beloved's V-shaped bosom shone as if coded by a Da Vinci blueprint, or eyelids as aesthetic and ethereal as the background harmonies of Beethoven's symphonies. We dance all night, our movements, fantasies, and dreams matching in step to the progressive principles of dating, while we entered yet again an unknown realm of intimacy. It was one where fire burned affectionately and pleasantness pervaded the passion in our core. We hugged as warmth turned to heat, becoming flames, and the mundane drifted away in the sweet and stunning ascension of our delight. London Carrier, thank you.
You gotta be careful throwing all that love around, man. Golly. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. It's like Ed comes and
All
just
right. Woo.
Ed just hits you right in the heart chakra, and then Lantern comes up and brings it right to there.
Thank you. Thank you.
A work of
Gotta be
art, bro. Work of art describing your love interest as well as any sculptor might create out of stone, out of mud, out of love. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's a great point, Matt. Like, what do you write with, Venture? Like I'm sure you could, are you like a hammer and chisel, like a mortar and pestle, even? Like, what do you cook up these delicious love poems with, right? Like seriously, I told you, man, your connection with love is uncanny. It really is. Um, from laying in the gutter of ignorance, the style and music of the heart, your inner sweetness emanated. Christ, you're gorgeous, majestic, as if courted by a Da Vinci blueprint. Man, come on, man. Like, are you just trying to have the whole world fall in love with you? Like, I'm surprised you don't get fan mail. Seriously. Like, you're incredible, sir. The way that you write, the way that you deliver your work, it's pretty stellar. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it with us. We truly appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, haven't seen this gentleman in a while. Always glad when he comes through. One of the pillars of our community. Love his writing. Our resident blacksmith is back in the building. The one and only Michael Sindler is here. Come on, Michael. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is truly great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
It's great to see you too, Elemental. It's great to see everybody here. I'm going to take my usual second to say lighthouseriders.org is a really great organization if you want to find some help and community with whatever kind of writing you're doing on whatever level. My stuff isn't, well, I don't know. First one maybe is a little bit on subject, but not much. It's called Hinder or Approve. This old bruised, cantankerous heart keeps beating, sometimes irregular, missing the rhythm when it trips on pain or remembers falling over, limping into love. This out of warranty, stretched and sagging muscle still struggles when it takes in how cruel the world can be. This creaking, smoky incinerator where sorrow is sucked up and strained from flow still clunks along, serving purpose a mechanic's touch could not hinder or approve. This heart lumbers into creaking wooden farewell. And for various reasons, I have not been writing very much for the last few weeks. I won't go into it. But this is one that I have managed to get done. It's called Old South. Tar and tobacco, cotton and palmetto, red clay and cola. I can smell them in my sleep. Sweat and more sweat yet. Some things gone can stay forgotten. Magnolia and azalea, look away, look away. Lightning bolt hit a giant pine and it cracked straight down in half. Smelled like hell and turpentine for acres all around. Kudzu growing so fast you think it must have magic. Grabs red earth and makes it green. It takes its stand, it takes its stand. Tried to sell it off for firewood, couldn't get any takers. made a good home for black widows. Sometimes there's a gift in hiding. Lies and lies and crystallized lies. Nightmares on horseback bolted into concrete. Look away, look away. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Yo, it is great to hear your work, sir. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Woo, Michael. Yeah.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
That was great, man. It's good to hear it again.
Wow.
Yeah, the wistfulness in both those poems was so tangible. I'm just very glad, like everybody else, you made it back here again. I hope whatever's been impeding your output dissipates against the forward-moving spirit of your animus.
A beautiful thing to say, Paul. I thought, I mean, that I came in kind of midway, but that second poem was so effective with the repetition and your delivery. It's kind of like a stoic mountain man, like bringing us the pain. And it really worked for me. I really liked that. Yeah, the repetition and the coming back, circling back. Nice.
Indeed, right? And this is what, blacksmiths do, right? They come back and they continue to hammer out the imperfections of their work, right? And as, our resident Gilgamesh said, right, whatever has been impeding your creativity, we hope that you have smashed all of it out. So, we can, and listen, I know I'm biased, right? I mean, I love your work, right? I look forward to hearing your work. But we do hope that everything is well with you, so we can get back into the swing of Michael Sindler poetry, really. Like you said in your poem, right? Missing the rhythm when it skips on pain. Yeah, we've been missing a rhythm, sir. When it takes in how cruel the world can be. Sometimes we forget that, our heart does feel those things as well. One of my favorite lines, you said, "Some things gone can stay forgotten." Ho 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 ho. For real. Thank you, sir. Really, it's really great to see you. Really hope things get better and you're feeling better. Great to see you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, one of my favorite poets in the world. She is on the move. Every time I see this poet, she's on a different stage. She's rocking a different audience, and she's setting fire to microphones everywhere she goes. Tonight will be no different. The one and only Dr. Z Page in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you. You can follow me on Instagram at zpagepoetry. I have a slam that I've been working on for several months. I workshopped it with Tony McPherson at the Near Eakins workshop, and I think I did it here a few months ago. But just finished it, and I have a feature tomorrow, and they asked me to do something political, so I figured I'd see how it goes. So just some practice for tomorrow. In 2024, Americans voted for the construction of invisible lines. These lines instruct Americans where to live by crisscrossing states by hatred. They are lines written by a president whose hair's singed orange with broken promises to protect us. And he's followed by Senator ducklings who become domestic terrorists. They're all just congressional suckers suckling golden showers spraying out at Trump towers. Republicans sucker punch bloodshed out of depressed queer kids dying like soldiers, saints knifing themselves, bayonets of mistakes worse than the Bay of Pigs by these bully politicians. We watch the executive branch executive ordering more McDonald's than communities dying of diabetes. We listen to Donald Trump quacking quackery, yelling over Fauci like Donald Duck, choking on COVID, trying to win a saltine challenge. In 50 years, will realize his blunders and update the textbooks as apologies to those who lost their lives. But sorry, I'll never clean up war zone corpses, and crying spray paint to make a future mural is not a solution. For once, they ought to be the ones to run for cover like a proud boy begging for a pardon, because no one can cover my keyboard. So watch. My typing will crush a meta into metaphors. My pen can send Tesla to the junkyard. I've got a feather to gut and fillet Chick-fil-A and slap Facebook across the face with similes. I'll slam Doge like a dodgeball. Expose Ted Cruz for cruising gay bars. He's probably out now filibustering his nut in secret. I should pull out of Skanks of America, place a target on Target's back, and finally hold Amazon Prime in my mind for deletion. I'll build a wall around Walmart, a penitentiary for Wall Street criminals. I'll castrate the ball sacks on Goldman Sachs executives who sell their bullshit like it's a bull market. I don't need AI to learn that the human brain can erase invisible lines, for there's something creative writing can always buy: the freedom to dream, for others to read, to bring unity, to breathe life into our poems. These poems we've been writing, from paper to voices, our screams become louder noises that'll shatter battle boxes. Love always trumps hatred, and if we keep creating, we'll make it past Trump, because poetry saves lives. And it will save these states we live in from a president who has no compassion. Poem.
You better be careful with that shit. You better be careful with that shit. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dr. Z. Page.
Oh, that was absolutely incredible.
Well
He
done.
covered so much
Wow.
important stuff and did it in just such a wonderful fashion. I really think that you should do very well in this. I mean, it's got it all going on in there.
Yeah,
Amazing. I'd love to see that on stage.
yeah, truly. So much of your work, Doc, really flies on the fierceness of your love. And that was really key in this piece. Just the, incinerating love that you bring to the microphone.
I think those of us that have a voice need to use it during this time. And you certainly have this with this last piece. Thank you very much.
No.
Yeah, I second that. For a long time, you've been one of the most consistent fire breathers here. You just bring it every week. It's truly become a joy to witness your work.
And listen, ever since you started sharpening your skills with slam, it's only getting worse in the best of ways. You know what I mean? Where, it used to be, like this C-130 rolling down the strip, like this big, huge airplane coming and it's taking the time to kind of take off, because you weren't necessarily, ready for what was happening. Now you're coming off of a aircraft carrier. It's just launching you now, right? Your command of your style, your timing, your energy, it's there, right? And then you have the nerve to come in with the wordplay, right? The suckling golden showers, I love it. Update textbooks as apologies. No one can cover my keyboard. Crush a meta into metaphor. Let's go. Slam Doge like a dodgeball, right? Breathe life into these poems. Because you are absolutely right, Dr. Z Page. Poetry saves lives. Save this one. Just saying. Appreciate you. Make sure you go and you give them hell at that slam. And at your feature, for real. Appreciate you, Dr. Z Page. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, Peace to the gods and the earth for all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding they share with us. This incredible author, spiritual advisor, just all around incredible human being is about to do what he does best, arguably. And that's hard to even pin down because he does so many things incredibly. Prepare yourself for an experience. The one and only Baba Ngoma is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, God. Please take it away.
Yeah, now you can hear me. What's up, y'all? It's good to see everybody. If you're going to happen to be in New York this Sunday, I'm going to be at the New York Poetry Festival. I'm doing 2 stages, one at 12 o'clock on the Brinkley stage, and one at 2 o'clock on the White Horse stage, and that's on Governor's Island here in the city. So I just want to give you a heads up. Let me get this on. This is a hand pan tongue drum, and I just figured out I wanted to play it like this evening. Because I was trying to figure out what might go good with this poem. And the poem is called Just Another Nigger from Palestine. I'm just trying to find out why Salam Alaikum and Thou Shalt Not Kill can't seem to just get along on the same page. What's happening here? Sorry, yo. I lost the page. Oh, goddamn. I lost it. I don't know. I lost the poem. Oh, here we go. I'm just trying to find out why Salam Alaikum and Thou Shalt Not Kill can't seem to get along on the same page. Especially when the holy books tell us, in my father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you. It seemed like there should be enough real estate to go around. Certainly there's room at the table for everyone, but I guess they weren't listening. Pissed off that all the loaves, fish, and wine ran out when they crashed the party. Rowdy, unruly motherfuckers, not listening. Figured they need not pay attention. Nobody told them he was a graduate of Egypt's mystery school. Dread head, melanin, copper skin. To them he was just another bastard, a single teenage mother's son from across the road on the poor side of territory occupied. Washing feet and hanging out with lepers. A carpenter who earned a living doing manual labor without a union. How dared a nigger question empires, kicking money changers out of the temple? A revolutionary advocating liberation of the soul. He was framed on false charges and arrested, sold out for 20 pieces of silver, a political prisoner in a kangaroo court with no trial, stoned and crucified at daybreak. Now karmic debt stands forever, like a mountain on a rich man's chest, ignoring the fact that God has many names. After all, peace on earth, goodwill to men has no profit. When they buried the nigger, how could they know that he forever rise again? Something like that.
Yo, was that your first time playing that instrument?
No, it's not my first time playing it, no.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, like, damn, it was already, I'm just saying. Unmute yourself, give it up for Baba Ngoma.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah, really.
I liked it.
Really was struck by that message of commonality and timelessness, and that all those lessons that people have supposed to have been learned so long ago just don't seem to apply today. But this is a brilliant kind of metaphor of putting that right in the present. So thanks again. Really loved the work with the instrument. Could you hold that up to the lens? Could we take a look at that? Just curious. Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I mean, listen, I know this cat is a master of instruments, right? Probably plays like 30 of them. But the sound that you're able to get out of that one, right? It invokes different frequencies, right? And so when you come with something like that and then you spit something like that, right, you are speaking to the true core of people. And then you said he was a political prisoner in a kangaroo court. A graduate of Egypt's mystery school, which is in Africa, folks. For the folks who might not know, Egypt is in Africa. Ignoring the fact that God has many names, right? The teachings, they are vast. So do yourself a favor and do your research, really. Peace to the God for doing what he does, for giving us the information. And I love how succinct that you do it. It's always incredible. Thank you for sharing it with us. And we are going to go to halftime. Coming up next, Brooklyn Stand Up. This incredible storyteller continues to come through with that work. Telling you, one of a kind. You're about to find out. The one and only Markencia is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
You can find me here. You can find me here. To my red rose, budding bloom, forever womb. Your hands cradled little lamb to sheep. The sky is blue, the grass is green. Your stillness to be amazed. I breathe for you, longing for the warmth of your embrace. Your firm yet gentle grace, my refuge and sanctuary. Your hands cleanse head to toe, washing my soiled cloth diapers, sanitary napkins. At once I lacked, yet conquered all. Gravity keeps us centered in love. Life has burdened us with much, but we are not bitter and burdensome. For we have much to give and must replenish along the way. You expect more of me. Your delivery is brutal, for you see me as an extension of you, not wanting to be embarrassed, break tradition and cultural expectations. But I'm in a different space and learning to live with it, though you're ashamed. I forgive you, or you don't understand how the mind works and trauma manifests itself. Your seamstress, sewing school accolades, and merchant skills are impressive. You have nothing to prove to them, you say to me. But I should be further along. Convenience is costly, I've learned. Thank you.
Whoa. Convenience is costly? Yikes. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Markencia.
Woo,
Wow.
yeah.
Great storytelling.
Yeah, you know, again, your sense of economy, how you can pull off so much in such a short space, because I really felt like you were just so concisely conveying the dynamics of that relationship.
Especially with a dynamic that could really be stretched out into something, a short story, if you will. Yeah, that again, how you tell your stories, Mark Kinsia, is so very uniquely you, right? Gravity keeps us centered in love. You see me as an extension of you, right? Cultural expectations. Gosh, if that does not seem like Atlas with the world on his shoulders. Seriously. Seriously. And then this is something that even I still struggle with. You said, I forgive you where you don't understand. That takes a very, very big person. Really, I commend you for that. Your work is incredible, Markencia. Continue to write those stories and continue to bring them here. We appreciate you. Whew. All right, one more. Coming up next, yo, this incredible priestess is just one of my favorite people. One of my spiritual advisors. She keeps me inspired. She keeps my engine just moving in the right direction with all of the inspiration that I truly need. I am grateful for all that she does, and it's always great to see her. The one and only Oshun Yo Yen is in the building, y'all. Please let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, priestess. Please take it away.
Thank you. I can be found on Instagram and Facebook and right here on Thursday nights like everyone else. And no, this really is me. I just chopped off all my hair. This is me. This is really me. Every once in a while, it's good to get rid of everything. It's a good spiritual purification. So I'm vaguely on theme tonight, but I don't do very well with constructed poetry form. So here we go. Art is a metaphor for life. You are writing your metaphor, singing your metaphor, drawing your metaphor, but you are not living your metaphor. Art is a metaphor for life, restaging of creation on canvas, in pixels, in spoken word plays and similes, in carved sculptures, wrapped in cast in gold and silver symbols and jewelry, in stitched, draped, and gathered clothes, in half and quarter notes, on stringed and wind instruments, on skins stretched over hollow trees. Yes, drums that keep the heartbeat of the earth. Creation is a child of divine order. Follow divine order in your life. The same order that makes you master of your art makes you a master of your life. Ashe. Okay, and I have a second one. Okay. Poets stand rooted in imagination, in compulsion, in duty. Sometimes one foot in the dictionary followed by the other in the thesaurus. They're holy books. Some need no books, no devices. They work naturally at their craft. Proteges. Poets stand in sacred communion with the ancestors. The messages flow in riverbeds, in rains, in indigo dreams, in vibrant violet visions. Recall that the ancients command. Poets walk in purpose, destined from birth to death, pregnant by spirit, never bypassing. I'm sorry, I'm waiting for the siren to pass. Pregnant by spirit, never bypassing the chance to paint word into form, into shape, into message. A rhythmic command of word, music, and art. Poets take the stage, square, mic, street corner, subway station, anywhere to speak to your soul, to deliver those images, the universal blueprints, the seeking thoughts, that solar plexus knowing you become numb to. Poets speak the language of history, turning sarcasm, syncopated similes, mystic musical metaphors, anything to take your head out of Big Brother's web of lies. Poets give you the compass, direction for your truth. Point out deception, the falsehoods and deceit. Put your earlobe, pull your earlobe so you can differentiate reality from opaque illusions crowding your mind, and unplug yourself from the gray programmed distractions of the matrix. Poets invoke the mystic conviction of soul. They wake up the shadows, eliminate the auras, and reseed your divinity, if only for a moment, so you remember who you are, where you came from, and why you are here, and what you came to do, and what you're going to do about it. Poets are always here. We have always been here. We will always be here. Your mission is an eternal one, a sacred one. Poets have the many tongues of the divine.
Many tongues of the divine? Like, come on. Like, come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for old shoot. Yo, yeah.
Woo, yeah, all right.
Let's go.
Yeah, if
Well,
anybody ever really needed an introduction to what a poet is or what poems do, I would definitely refer them to you on that.
I kind of love what we all do, because and a lot of people who aren't poets think I'm crazy when I say it, but this to me, because the word is sacred, all spiritually tell you that the word is sacred. So what we do is sacred. I believe that.
Yeah, I'm really with you on that. It's very much a sacral act to speak poetry. For all the reasons you think of sacredness, that it's a preserve of human sanctity and preciousness, and that it establishes this kind of spiritual commonality, which I think you really conveyed so strongly with that poem.
100%. In both of your poems, you just have a way of invoking a spiritual blessing and a cleansing for everyone in your earshot. Listen, a crown isn't always something that goes down your back, in my opinion. A crown is something that speaks to the majesty of who you are. Whether it's short or long, it is uniquely yours, and it still shines as bright as the universe allows it. So, as far as the hair, it looks beautiful. The specs, on point. How you put your work together for something like this, as the Jedi Master said, if someone is wondering or asking about poets, what do poets do? How do poets present themselves? They need look no further than this. Look no further than their dictionary and thesaurus. She said they are holy books. Poets walk in purpose. They have a rhythmic command of words, right? Speak in the language of history. It gives you your compass. We wake up shadows. We're always here, right? Art is a metaphor for life. Restaging of creation. Follow divine order in your life, and I guarantee you'll run across some poets, without a doubt. Thank you, Priestess, for all that you do, for sharing all of your energy with us. We truly appreciate you. All right, before we move on, I am going to pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be, because that cat's dope. All the way up in the BX. How you feeling this evening, Ron?
I'm feeling okay. It's, as always, it's great to hear how many of our participants here in the community are writing to your theme. So thank you, as always, for bringing us the theme. I'm zooming in from a hot and humid New York City, from the Bronx, and my heart goes out to Elemen2al's home state, which has been devastated, by the floods, by all the lives lost. So Elemen2al, hoping that everything will get better in your state in the meantime. So thank you for zooming in and continuing to host our online open mics here at the New Regan Poets Cafe. I am Ron Mark Thompson, one of the program and operations assistants at the New Regan Poets Cafe. I am running the tech side of our program here tonight. Matthew Marroquin will be back with us next week. He's working on a different project tonight, but we are here, and even though our building currently on East 3rd Street in Manhattan is under construction, we are continuing all of our offsite and online programming throughout New York City and the New York City metro area. If you are in New York City or New Jersey or Connecticut, or if you're planning to visit, stop by on Mondays at the Bowery Poetry Club. We are presenting there our New Regan Bowery Slam, which is Mondays, doors open at 6:30 p.m. And all the winners from Monday move on to the final Friday Slam in Midtown at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater in Manhattan. This month, the last Friday of the month is July 25th. So stop by at 9:30 p.m. if you can make it. Usually on Wednesdays, we are at the Lois Cider Center, but this month and next month we are taking off. We're calling it the Hot Poet Summer. We are returning there September 3rd for the next edition of the Women Orator Wednesday. But you can also watch, if you go to our YouTube channel, we have live streamed all of the previous in-person open mics at the Lois Cider Center. So you can watch and see all of the open mics on our YouTube channel. Just like you can watch our live stream from tonight's online open mic. Hello to everyone who's watching and seeing us that way. But even though we are not holding our Wednesday open mics, we're gonna continue to stay busy. Tomorrow we are going to New Jersey, NJPAC, the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark, 7:30 p.m. Our slam team from this year, 2025, will perform, all 4 of them. And there will also be an open mic, and Paul Concasso will be hosting it. You can get your tickets through our calendar or scan the QR code here. It's on NJPAC's website, and I hope to see you there. I'll be there in person tomorrow, and if you're in the New York metro area, come on, stop by. Or if you're coming this weekend, we will be at the New York City Poetry Festival. That one is organized by the Poetry Society of New York. It will be on both Saturday, July 12th and Sunday, July 13th. We, the New Regan Poets Cafe, will be present at the festival on Saturday. We have a table there, and we will be performing on the Brinkley stage at 2:30 p.m. We also will be hosting and presenting together with Rytopia the youth performance stage at 1 p.m. And I myself, in case you want to stick around till the late afternoon, at 5:30 p.m. I will be presenting with Bronx Art and Fun Up on the Brinkley stage. And we heard Baba and Goma that he'll be there. I know some others will be there. Also, earlier this year, we've had many inquiries about helping and volunteering for us. And we've had so many inquiries that we didn't even have enough spots available to help out. So we do have volunteers available to help us this Saturday. Nevertheless, if you happen to be visiting New York City, or if you're in New York City, please stop by our table, see us on stage 2:30 p.m., say hello, get to meet us in person if we haven't met in person yet. I'll be there on Saturday as well as Sunday. So again, if you're there, please stop by, and we hope to see you. Next week, we'll be in the Bronx, July 17th, together with the Bronx Documentary Center, an in-person open mic. And then also our teenage open mic, last one for this summer, with Rytopia Lab on July 20th. And we, of course, hope to return there in September. But stop by with your children or nieces or nephews if you can make it the following weekend. And of course, for those who are unable to visit New York City, continue to participate on our online open mics. If you didn't get an artist RSVP ticket for tonight, let Elemen2al or myself know in the Zoom chat that you would like to be added to the good luck round. And if you want to learn how to write and perform and get your poems ready for slam poetry, participate in our free slam workshops, second Tuesday of the month. Next one will be in August, on August 12th. Tony McPherson is hosting that. There are many other programs coming up. Next month, we'll be back at the International Center of Photography. In September, we're going back to Lois Sider Center, and we're also going to be back at the Battery Park City in Manhattan, outdoors, if the weather plays along. So just go to newregan.org/calendar to see all of our upcoming programs. You can support us. Either you can purchase merchandise if you stop by our in-person events, such as tomorrow in New Jersey or Saturday at the Poetry Festival, or go online, newregan.org/merch. There you will see our latest seasonal collection: t-shirts, tote bags, cups, hoodies, hats, whatever your heart desires. And I know many of you have supported us. And last but not least, you can also go to newregan.org/contribute or subscribe to our Patreon site to see videos and recordings of those events we do not make publicly available unless you come in person, because we don't live stream all of our events. So again, thank you everyone for continuing to participate and for being here with us in our community, whether you are in New York City or not. And that is a great segue to go over to from the East Coast to the West Coast, and welcoming back a mainstay here who has been with us almost every online open mic, I think so, and we appreciate every week that he is coming back. Ike Walls, welcome back everyone. Ike Walls.
It was only last night that I had dinner with our former judge, Paul. He told me, "You are so right. Eat your dinner. I like to sleep softly too. I like to sleep softly." It was the greatest dream in my shuttered world, America. But when I saw what I saw, I felt the corruption, the pain of the old world legalized in the same name of the same God. American justice, dreams on a slippery road. It's all about winning. Rarely justice is done, isn't it? Ideals unable to see, clinging on to the absurd, the stale echo. We are the land of the free, the land of the land of that so archaic Wild West culture, that unbuttoned holster, that loop that should guard that trigger, that kills its citizens in the pop of a bubble gum. Lost hope smothered by accusations of the bizarre. The Uzi did not kill Susie. Susie was killed by a crazy man. The Uzi will not be charged, but reloaded as soon as one can. I don't understand. Is there a mutation of the genes? Is it fast food obesity? Have we become all madmen? The perpetual future, mixed in 21st century flux, only offers sensational news. Honesty diluted with obedience and fear. Mager alternative that hates any truth, where white men can say all is white and little acknowledges the black and brown in us. Black hates white, white hates black, everybody hates brown, and brown hates us, and my neighbor's dog hates with no reason but love yourself unconditionally and respect that politically correct. Mine is mine, yours is mine, and terribly fake we fuck in our dreary beds. It's such a hypocritical oxymoron, can't you tell? Who else can? It's always that ice cold loaded gun. Memories reignite that familiar call for that ruthless I am super strong that will make us and you great again. Hail our leader Taco King Kong, who gangbanged us his piggy roast breath. And here is my song. Who is roaming through that wide open land? It's freedom, weaponized with a loaded gun. It's freedom with a loaded gun in our manly, blooded hands. It's freedom, the ultimate, outdated amend. Haven't I lived it all before? Yes, once I was all for me. I called me free, so into me. Now I am against me too. Now, did we lose that common sense? Confused is our place in that horrid killing game, hysterical protection for that self-inflicted amend. So insane and in truth, we are not even interested to talk at all. You told me in your own words, love it or leave it. Go home, where you came from. P.S. Poetry saves lives. Thank you.
Damn it. Damn it. Vincent Price strikes again. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Waltz.
Yeah, that was such a great once again expose of this kind of cultural or social political compost heap this place has become. I could smell it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the one thing that's great about Ike is his vision is affected by the broadness that he's seen in the world, and he has a really deep understanding of you know things, history and politics and sociology and a lot of things that just melt into his poetry beautifully.
How many Uzis would go on trial?
Yeah.
How many Uzis with dead Susies at their point? I mean, those images that Ike is portraying are deadly.
Thank you, Ike. That was really, really good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. and it's a bit deceiving, right? When you hear Ike approach the microphone, it's a bit deceiving. You wouldn't think that, such rapid fire chaos would come from Mike Waltz. But that's why I said Vincent Price strikes again. He just does that, folks. Author of 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss. A lot of the community is in this book. Shout out Garland Thompson in the building, right? Ray Whitaker is in here. Paul Skiff is in here. Dr. Z Page is in here. Mathematics is in here. Listen, what you do, sir, he said legalize in the same name of the same God. The Uzi will not be charged, but reloaded with an ice cold loaded gun. Love it or leave it. I'm surprised we haven't seen a presidential candidate run under that slogan. I'm really surprised. Seriously. But hey, keep living, right? Keep living. Thank you, Ike, for doing what you do, setting off the second half. Listen, y'all, no matter what you do or where you go, make sure you show love to RMT. That cat's all kinds of dope. He does so many things behind the scenes to make sure that our show runs the way it does. It really, really wouldn't be as clean as it is without Ron. I truly appreciate you, sir. One of the best. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, this artist has listen. Soon as I told her she's a member of the greatest community in the world, she was like, "Oh, bet." And she continues to come through and just wreck shop on them, right? Another incredible storyteller. She puts in the work, y'all. The one and only Nikki J is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's great to see you. Please, take it away.
All right. So right now you could find me right on here on Thursdays. Okay, so the poem I'm gonna do tonight, it's called Poison. Okay. Once upon a time, and I mean way back when, there was a guy who caught my eye. We like to play pretend. You see, he was a bad boy. His baggage was small stuff. But still, somehow, I never felt like I was enough. He said I was an angel from up above, but I know now he could never love. He used to inspire me with his drawings and raps. When he went to prison, he converted to doing tats. It didn't really matter that he was a two-time felon. Look at him wrong, and you might get two up in your melon. Ain't no telling, but I'm buying into the shit he's selling. Because I understood this destined path that Pitsy fell in. But after a while, there was a shift. After he knew that he had a tight grip, his family and friends disappeared one by one, and he pointed the finger, but took no fault, none. He told me all about his problems and people that did him wrong, but it got repetitive, just the same old song. With no one around, maybe isolation will feel free, until that anger and blame was coming straight at me. His face, the one I used to think was so adorable, now contorted and twisted with anger. It was horrible. Those hands, the same ones that caressed me and made me feel protected, were now the ones I had to shield from, or I'd regret it. His eyes, I used to stare into and feel alive, are now dark and empty except for the glimpse of my demise. I saw it, and the one I used to admire, building blocks together to build a fucking empire. Now it's diminished. I've opened my eyes. I'm fucking finished. Manipulation won't work anymore. You tarnish your image. But I broke free. Finally, a breath of air. I still had support while you only accepted despair. Go on. Tell me how you feel. Cry. Tell me how no one else will ever love me. That you're the only guy. Tell me it was a mistake and that you promise you'll change. Spit it out so I can process your deranged. Matter of fact, save it. Because I know I heard it all. How could the king make his queen feel so small? Bend over backwards for this man, because all I did was crawl. And you fucking felt, and you were fucking mighty, but you felt so tall. You pretended to love me. That was a discrepancy. I pretended there was none, but the veil is off. Now I can see. So clear. You're poison.
Yo, you better talk that shit. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Nikki J.
Killer last line.
Yeah, that was great.
So heartfelt.
Thank you.
Really feeling that.
Yeah, it was. I got the feeling of just the velocity of how quick things can change in a relationship.
Had me even stop eating pizza, man. I'm like, that's pretty hard to do. I had to stop chewing so I could hear, you know.
No. As much as I love pizza, I feel you, bro.
Right. Good job.
Thank you.
Listen, I totally feel where you're coming from on that, because I've been in situations like that, right? When people find themselves behind certain walls, things change, right? The sentiments change, the sentences change, and like you said, right? What you see in their eyes is even different, right? Glimpse of my demise, right? Now I know he could never love, right? You tarnished your image. How could the king make the queen feel so small, right? First of all, I'm glad that you saw it, and I'm glad that you survived it, whether it's real or not, right? It's an incredible situation that so many people go through, right? You're telling the story of a lot of people, and you did that extremely well. All right, make sure you continue to do just that. Continue to come through and rip that heavyweight shit. That was dope. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, We have heard his commentary this evening. He's a valued member of this community through and through. The only person that I know that is published in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eureka Poets Cafe, our resident Jedi Master, our resident Gilgamesh, the one and only Paul Skiff is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Lois Cider, take it away.
Let's go. I don't know. Be hard for me to get this in 4 minutes. For living mostly beyond planet Pluto, I apologize, but not because I feel contrite, immense interplanetary guilt, just for inconvenient bewilderment of how lonely your voice feels as it dissipates, minuscule in frigid vastness of futility. I promised a signal from remote emotion, half-felt declaration, microscopic listening unwraps that already knows what the imperceivable silence means. Look with heart, so affection is bridge connecting difference and distance to common face human understanding wears when avalanche of need carries requirement over atrocity, blind violence commits. Why hearing and waiting where the same need to receive is because the event of change enters time without discriminating against the mind, being a material object with power to transform tangible experience into metaphysical sensations, welcomed as a knowing deep beneath the skin you wear that is this earth's requirement of habitability. I request that you rematerialize as a person without animosity and antagonism. Such emotional nudity is health, and unburdened need is cured by. This experience of your love has made it impossible for me to accept the human condition as it exists today, and I thank you for that disability, as now I will need to improvise potential for utopia, not as possibility, but as the giving of small kindnesses, repeated like change never ending. You will be eaten by compatibility of horror and devouring depravity that makes sorrow the sundown sinking a beauty born with your own heart if the banality of your instinct for self-harm continues to dominate what your spirit delivers. Preference is a charmed bird, warbling creation's rhapsody of self-respect, gifting clarity to how I know what to do when I am required to forget what my mother told me about how wrong is obvious, especially when coming out of a human mouth trying to sign me the identity of powerlessness and total despair. So yes, you did hear me correctly. I said no. For listening I intently to yesterday from tomorrow, so absolute awakening repairs the moment, cupping all your senses, the silent pause, single vibration of life passes through between awareness and forgetting. You, the breath choice makes within decisions, responsibility to sign life continuance as the despite, rhyming pain with never mind, and ecstasy with fervent embrace, unfold astonishment like a color no one knows, float like a celestial nova in discovery's throat, as the new word, which will reveal our shared heartbeat, improvise 30 more minutes of the moon's face so a white light dances as indulgence past when tomorrow was supposed to begin and be recognized, if it is not hearing with blood's pulse that enfolds the rhythm water's dream makes into your throb. Call rain the sky's pleasure song, and have danger be as close as comfort. I'm afraid I'll have to end there. Thanks anyway.
Yo, what do you do? Like, there's so many questions. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Skip.
My
Felt like
God. Wow.
I felt like that was aimed at the White House, man. That was just hot. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was great. That was amazing. I want to like peer inside your mind.
I don't know.
Like,
That could be kind of scary.
yeah.
You better wear some sunglasses for that.
For real.
It's definitely
Where
the
are
outer
they?
limits. Definitely the
Might
outer
want a
limits.
hazmat suit.
Facts.
Wow. No, it's not that dangerous. It's not that dangerous.
I'm really surprised,
Okay.
sir, that you still have fingerprints or fingertips of how hot that is when you touch that page. I'm really surprised that you still. I mean, maybe you don't have fingerprints. I don't know. I don't know. Do aliens have fingerprints? I don't know. Sir, what you do? You really do have a connection, like a download from a source that is unfiltered. It is unadulterated. It is pure 100% funk. And you deliver it, man. Gosh. Like, you deliver poetry like George Clinton delivered the funk with Parliament, right? It's just so, like, I don't care. Uh, really? This earth requirement of habitability, metaphysical sensation, emotional nudity is health, the giving of small kindnesses, devouring depravity. Preference is a charmed bird. Design me in the identity of powerlessness, rhyming pain with never mind. Like, come on, man. And then the way that you put your poems together, you're amazingly unique, sir. Really. The force is strong with that one, and he continues to only get better. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do and continuing to share it with us. I need a whole collection of your work, Jedi Master. Just think about that. I need a whole collection. Just saying. All right. Coming up next, this incredible artist, author, playwright, incredible human being, former fencer. Shout out the educators in the building. Pushcart nominee, author of Four Crescents, Black Calculus, Evaporating Rage, contributor to Love Letters to Gaia. This cat's all kinds of incredible. The way that he uses words is just, it's mathematical. Why? I mean, he's mathematics. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, I'm glad to hear all of these poets sharing wisdom on their breath, and I'm glad that I'm joining the crew. So I got these two pieces. I think one of them is on theme, but I'm gonna start with this one here. Personification. Stingy brim. Dude grabs the cleft with a 3-finger pinch, pulls me down off the shelf, cradles me in 2 hands. To the mirror, he wears me out with the roles I have to play in his life. First things first, we look good when he settles under the brim, a tilt just behind the rise of his forehead and off to the left. Stingy as it is, never want to throw shade over the light of his smile. The one with teeth gets heads turning. Whenever there's weather always. Wind blows around the brim, baby tornadoes swirl off his crown. Rain is not repelled, but embraced. Absorbed in outer layers, keep dude warm and dry. Favorite role is best played when life muses dude. Fire begins under the crown, in the bubble between he and his dome. Lightning bolts spark, muffling the thunder to not awaken the hurricane sucking up all the bystanders plugged into earbud outlets like post-Zombot batteries. Dude is an ecological force. The world changes when he walks in. I am the only defense against spontaneous combustion and the ultimate conduit between heaven and human. Next piece. Life in between moments. Living in the in-between, neither here nor there. Yet, between making plans and achieving goals, feeling the blow, absorbing the trauma, being knocked down, using gravity to show the strength to rise up. Between being healed of the wound and being cured by forgiving. The arrogance that comes with being called an expert and the humility to admit how much you don't know yet. Grandma, who is my mama, Nietecita, quien es mi hija, I am none of those names, yet I am all of my ancestors. The being is all the doing. I am blessed to be in between the universe and my innerverse. Peace.
Wow. Come on, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro. Wow, man.
Well, I'm just trying to let that sink in because it's, very frequent you hear poems taking people down, and it's wonderful to hear you doing poems that are just celebrations of personhood.
You feeling me, Paul? I'm loving it.
One great piece to another. Yeah.
Between the universe to my universe. What?
Yeah, right. That was a good line. That was a good line.
Yeah, okay.
Like, listen, I don't even want to slice off of that. Like, whatever it is, I don't even, I don't even want no second hand from that, yo. Cause that shit's pure. For real, like just the way that you put it down, Math, your timing, your delivery, your word choice is so beautiful. And then he came talking about the brim, right? He's got this beautiful fedora sitting on his head, and he's just talking about all of how it comes about, yo. For real, baby tornadoes swirl off his crown, right? When life muses, dude, right? Fire begins under the brim, son. For real, an ecological force, right? The ultimate conduit between heaven and human. Let's go. Let's go. I am all of my ancestors. Right. You see, a couple of your colleagues jumped on that one. I am all of my ancestors. Not necessarily ready to accept the arrogance that comes with being called an expert. I feel you on that. Between that last stanza in there, man, it makes you so much more of a stark poet. And I'm thankful that you're a member of this community, sir. Truly, truly appreciate all the work that you do. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, y'all may not know what's about to happen here, but I do. So this next poet has been around since the pandemic poets. Shout out DG Clearing. This incredible artist right here, also a contributor to Love Letters Gaia, also has her own manuscript, I believe, Lady Lotus. This incredible artist used to come through on a regular and brought her brand of poetry. Man, I'm telling you, this is almost nostalgic right here because I haven't seen this poet in too damn long, so I get to yell at her. Like, damn it, Roz. You know your work is serious. You know this community missed you. You know you only have the voice that only Roz has. Your poetry is so uniquely you. It is great to see you all the way from the BX, the one and only Roz in the building. Through her big brown eyes, we are about to see some incredible work. Man, it's been too long, Roz. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please take it away.
You too. That was a hell of an intro. Through her big brown eyes on Instagram, I'll put it in the chat, and I'm gonna get right into this. Thank you so much. This is called Sweet Nothings, and it goes like this. She's lost somewhere between what's love got to do with it and love the way you lie. She's intoxicated by the sound of his empty promises, trapped by the desire to be mended, by the same hands which fit around her neck almost as perfectly as the ring around her finger. Love painted her face red and made the sadness linger. Love tasted like copper and regret. Love was shattered glass and waterproof mascara, measured by the sound of her cry and the kids walking hard drives of secret lives, rooms occupied by elephants, blamed for eyes, too bruised for concealer to hide, sweet nothings on a loop, and she'll be mesmerized one last time, every time. And if I have time for one more, this one's called Baccarat. Betrayal is the loss of countless dreams. The slow death of alternate realities. Love is a gamble until it's not, until it restores, until it teaches that intentions can be pure and you pour. And you know your cup is never empty anymore. You can rest now. Let the guard down, just enough to lay the bricks down. Call it your legacy, your home, your better tomorrow. Call it your best bet yet. End poem.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Make sure y'all yell at Roz. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Roz.
Yay. Yeah, so good to
my
have
God,
you
that was
back,
so
Roz.
good.
Please don't stay away so long next time.
Yeah, how dare you stay away that long after delivering like that? That was
Yep.
such a breath of fresh air. Thanks.
Good to see you back. Hope to see you at the Poetry Festival.
You know, there's just something about Roz's work. For real, y'all. Like, seriously. Roz used to come through regularly and do exactly that, right? Love the way you lie. Come on. The sound of his empty promises. Love tastes like copper and regret. I hope y'all caught that. Golly, that's just sick. Love rooms occupied by elephants and sweet nothings on loops. Come on. Come on. Intentions can be pure, right? You can rest now. Like, you know how important that is. You know how priceless that line is. You can rest now. Just enough to lay the bricks down. Man, that's work, Roz. Great to see you. Appreciate you for coming through. Don't be a stranger. Getting shout out to BX. All right. Coming up next, this artist continues to come through with her incredible work. I love her style. She's very, very just on point with her style, right? And she is very serious about delivering her work. And it's always good to see her. And I'm looking forward to what she has for us this evening. The one and only Sam Hardy is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Sam. It's great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thanks a lot. It's great to see you too. Let's see here. So I wrote a couple new poems. The first one is called Terms Not Accepted. I was not born to be small, not carved from hush, not designed to disappear. I will not acquiesce or negotiate with you who I am. I will not barter my skin, trade soft-spokenness for your comfort. I will not reshape my words to fit your blueprint. I will not shrink, smooth, hush, or squeeze into the closet of your design. I will not silence myself, not for you, not for the world, not for the ghost in the mirror who once begged me to be small. I will not unbecome to make you whole, apologize for taking up air, for burning too bright, for loving too hard. I will not dim my shine, soften my blaze, or make my survival a polite antidote. I am unapologetic, I am unbargained, I am beautifully broken and untouched by your demands. The next one I may have read before, it's not new. It's called Scream on Paper. I was never taught to be a child. I was only ever taught to stay quiet, taught to withhold truths without outright telling lies before I knew it could cost me. I always believed love was earned by merely showing up, doing as told. But over and over, I was told I was too much and not enough, all at the same time. And now I'm just invisible. So I wrote louder, loved harder, shouted into blank pages, waiting for someone to answer. No one ever did. And now I'm angry. I will not rhyme pretty for your comfort. I will not apologize for the sharp edges of survival. I scream on paper because I was punished for screaming in real life, because the world turned down the volume and said, now, be brave, be quiet. Well, fuck quiet. These poems are bloodletting. These lines are broken because I was. And again, I will not rhyme pretty for your comfort. I will not apologize for the sharp edges of survival. This is not poetry. This is evidence. This is what it sounds like when a girl stops pretending and finally opens her throat. And to prove I can write something besides hard-ass poetry, I have 3 really short haikus. Come journey with me. Let us soar with sky-like minds wide open to love. You are a desert, hot sand slipping through fingers, cold nights all alone. And especially for the one I love, this one's called Her. It is always her, the final destination of my every poem. Thank you.
Yo, skills on display this evening. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam Hardy.
Awesome. Totally awesome.
I don't usually appreciate haikus like some people, but those last 3 that you read really resonated with me. Thank you very much.
I'm really keying into your technique at this point and how you aver the use of, what could be termed bridges, because you just deliver these stand-up straight lines, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. There's just no pause. It's just so relentless, the delivery of what you're after. It's so effective.
That means a lot coming from you, Paul. Thanks.
No doubt about it. No doubt. It reminds me of a cat that we all know. Shout out my man CP Mays. He uses a style he calls suicide lines, right? And your style kind of mirrors some of that, right? Where each line is doper than the last line, right? Each line eats up the last line, right? Jay-Z said the same thing, right? He's like, the next rhyme I'll do will eat up the last one. And the way that you approach this one, right? In the first poem, Terms Not Accepted, you said, I will not barter my skin. I will not reshape my words to fit your blueprint. I will not unbecome to make you whole. I will not make my survival a polite antidote. Are you kidding? I was told I was too much and not enough all at the same time. I will not rhyme pretty for your comfort. Damn it, Sam. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you give them all the work. And then the 3 haiku, that's just amazing, right? Wide open to love, cold nights all alone. Like, that's just how you do it. Thank you, Sam, for doing what you do, for being fearless with it. Continue to come through. Appreciate you. All right. We have 3 on the guaranteed list and 1 on the good luck round. Coming up next, this gentleman makes room and space for other artists. He comes through with some heavyweight production, man. And this cat is very serious about what he does. I always look forward to his work. The one and only Nishawn, the Dawn in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, you can find me on the gram. You can find me on Facebook sometimes. On the gram, I'm not going to tell you everything. I'll drop it in the chat later. Let's just get right into some experimenting again. Sorry. I wanna be your Dr. Love, Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you were dreaming of, dreaming of. I wanna be your Dr. Love, Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you were thinking of. Been 3 years we've known each other, and 6 months we've been dead lovers. To tell you that I want no other girl in my life. Girl, there is no substitution for the love you're always giving. You leave and you're missing just 10 minutes. Don't make me right, 'cause I wanna be your Dr. Love, Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you were thinking of, thinking of. I wanna be your Dr. Love, Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you were dreaming of. A fireplace for lonely rainy evening can't replace the love you've been given. You made my life agree with living. Let's build our life. Ready to make that commitment. Gain what trust is your admission. Girl, I'm asking your permission to be my wife. 'Cause I wanna be your Dr. Love, Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you are dreaming of, dreaming of. I wanna be your Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you are thinking of. Let's take it back. Been 3 years we've known each other, and 6 months we've been dead lovers. Can tell you that I want no other girl in my life. Girl, there is no substitution for the love you always giving. You leave me missing just 10 minutes. Come make me right, 'cause I wanna be your Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one you're thinking of. I wanna be your Dr. Love. I wanna be the only one that you are dreaming of. Yeah, Dr. Love. You're 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 Dr. Love. Yeah, that's it. Dr. Love.
Listen, you start coming through with music like that, man. Trust me, you're going to have more and more fans than you can shake a stick at. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sean and Dawn.
Great voice, man. Really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, really into your production again, Sean. I really liked how that was, you kept it to just the rhythm section, rhythm and beat, kind of rhythm and groove thing. And the poem, you had like there at least 3 or 4 bona fide earworms in that. I'm going to have trouble getting that out of my head.
For sure. And I love it, right? Because that is exactly what music is supposed to do, right? That repetition, the refrain, it's supposed to stick in your head, right? If done correctly, it is supposed to be the piece of the music that just, you hear the guitar string, right? You hear the tone of his voice and how they are harmonic, right? In a frequency that's all yours, right? And that's the beautiful part of what you do, Nishan, is that you create your own harmonics, and then you come through with the swag. You know what I mean? And you deliver it in such a way with a beautiful message, right? That's one thing that I definitely appreciate about your work. It always has such a beautifully positive message, and I am thankful for that. Appreciate you, sir, really, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. All right. Coming up next, I mentioned the educators in the building. Here comes another one, another pillar of our community. Shout out Jules. This incredible artist, listen, comes through with some of the dopest work in the world. A moon spirit in her own right. Teflon Donna in the building. The one and only Marianne Teft is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Oh, thank you so much, Elemental. The pleasure is absolutely mine. And greetings to RMT and Paul and Michael and all our old friends from Julia, your friend in St. Martin. I am really delighted to be back. It's been quite a spring, but never mind. It's much more beautiful summer. And I have 2 poems on theme tonight. The first is a little clearer hue, since I just found out what that is. A little try at it, and it goes like this. The Greeks called her Venus de Milo and honored her touch with the philo. Even those who would not enter her kitchen were disarmed by what their palates were missing. And the second poem I'd like to share is also on theme, but on the theme of between the lines, and it's called If You Had Told Me It Would Ever Hurt So Much to Say Your Name, Like a voice inside me crying rivers in the rain. If you had told me I would miss you like the ocean craves the shore, my shoes would still be lying there inside your kitchen door. If you had told me I would ever have to stop and read the signs, standing at the crosswalk where I'd stood 1,000 times. If you had told me Friday night would drown the hurt, but Monday I'd be driving past that place you used to work. You know I've always been the kind to live inside my head, work things out in my mind and feel them to the end. So when I took my keys to go, the hurtin' had been done, but then I realized our love was never really gone. If you had told me that you wanted me to speak straight from the heart, knowing that the silences were always tearing us apart, if you had told me that you needed me to read between your lines, your smile would still be shining on the pillow next to mine. If you had told me all the things I didn't know, if you had told me you never wanted me to go, if you had told me we could have found another way, if you had told me I'd still be loving you today. Thank you, poet friends. It is such a joy to be back, and I have enjoyed my night so much.
Gosh, that's not even cool. That she just pillow talked me to death. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Marianne.
Wow, that was devastating.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. Really great stuff. Thank you.
I could listen to your poems all night. Seriously.
Yeah, how do you deliver this poem about conflict with such smoothness and serenity?
Really? Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Right. This is why I love our community. Because the artists around these parts can give you such heavyweight, heartfelt situations and still make it feel like you're being carried on a cloud of consciousness that just brings you to fluffy philharmonic heartbeats that say good night sweetheart, it's time to go. Right? Like you just the tone of your voice, right? The silences were always tearing us apart. Your smile would still be shining on the pillow next to mine. Oh my gosh. But like I just that whole picture to me was just textural, right? And I just saw that whole thing like these two lovers looking at each other smiling under the moonlight. Like it was really beautiful. And the way that you just put all of that together, you made it real for all of us. Thank you so much. We have definitely missed your voice and your poetry. Please don't be a stranger. Hopefully, summer does better than spring and it finds your way back into our lives every week. Thank you for doing what you do. Again, shout out, Jules. All right, coming up next, the Earth Spirit himself is here. This incredible artist, I'm telling you, like every time he comes through, it just sounds like the earth is just speaking through him. Author of The Impromptu of Love of Music, also author of Animals. This incredible artist is about to just calm your spirit. Trust and believe. The one and only Ray Whitaker is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemen2al. You're such a good host, and thank you for having me on. If I was going to be in a host class, you would have to be the teacher, you know. So I'm going to stick to what Michael said earlier. So Michael Sendler about not writing a lot of funny stuff, you know. So, but I've got one. So the preface to this is I was asked to read at a Shakespeare festival recently. And I told them, I said, I am not a Shakespearean reader or poet or anything like that. And they went ahead with me anyway. So this one's called Not a Sonnet. Forsooth, over yonder hill comes a beauty. She walks in the gym wearing shorts with a bare midriff and sports bra. This ain't Shakespeare, folks. I'll try, though. Oh, yeah. The road not taken has made all the difference. Wait. Nope, that's not it either. That's Robert Frost. Two men say they're Jesus. One of them must be wrong. Goodness me. You've got industrial disease. Nope. Those are lyrics by Dire Straits. Well, the Tempest of Kings Leering and renowned Omelette are some of the worthy works that have stood the test of time. This is a poem told by a poet, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thank you. So, I don't think they're going to have me back next year at the Shakespeare Festival, but it was worth a try. I wrote this last one. This is more serious. I wrote this on the 4th of July. It's called Downriver. Canoers, tubers, kayakers, water wet, going with the flow. This day of brilliant sunshine, I hear the water music, of which the Platte River cheerfully provides. Paddles dip through the brief rapids where the music of water comes from. Across the river, there's a verdant green glen. Young ponderosa pines stand there, sporting their perfect Christmas tree look. Some are 10 feet tall next to their parents that tower above them. A breeze blows past, refreshing, cool in this July day. Little imagination is required to see deer or perhaps a thirsty bear in there. A pair of crows tend to their nest, feeding hungry mouths, flying back and forth, busyness showing parental duties. Parking is possible near the river. Several groups are already present. Open shelters have been put up. Children are playing nearby. These people are Hispanic. Then two of the men eye me with trepidation, perhaps having lost someone to governmental kidnapping, like what happens in a dictatorship. No brown-shirted face masks here to disrupt the day, calling off, kidnapping joy without due process from families enjoying the 4th of July on a free-flowing river in what used to be a free land without Gestapo. 67% of Americans think openness to other people from other countries is an integral part of being American. I miss it. Thank you.
I told you, man. He just sounds like nature screaming at you. He just does this. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
That last line.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes.
That was beautiful. And just the whole vision of like being on the Platte, and yeah, just wonderful. And I don't care what they say, man. I liked your Shakespearean things. You know, they got to have some humor about it.
Shakespeare
Yeah, I
would have
really,
loved it.
yeah, I really like the satire in that piece. I think it was spot on, and there's plenty of satire in Shakespeare. You just look at, I just saw a movie made of The Tempest by Julie Taymor. She directed it. It's just,
Yeah.
it really plays up the satire of it. And like everybody's saying, your second poem really got into your strong suit with all that kind of Arcadian nature imagery. And thanks for that moniker. I'm going to be using that now. Istapo.
Yeah, that is good.
There was this like pregnant pause after I read that Shakespearean takeoff, and then there was a couple of people that clapped, but you know, I'm not sure. I had fun with it anyway, you know.
That's what counts. That's what counts.
All that matters.
Absolutely. No, it was definitely a masterpiece, sir. Really. For the folks who may not, for the the Shakespearean folks who may not have gotten that, it's because they were listening for Shakespeare, right? But for the folks who got it, for those of us who got it, that shit was brilliant, sir. Right? That is how you take Shakespeare and you shine it up real nice, turn that sideways. Yeah, y'all know the rest. I'm just saying that was really, really clean, sir. Really. He said 2 men say they're Jesus. One of them must be wrong. I dig your style, man. And really, once you get into that, the whole earth spirit, man, like you really become a tree. Like seriously. And you just reach out and you branch out to the sun, east and west, and into the core of the earth. You really do speak the spirit of the earth, man. I really can't thank you enough for that. Truly, truly appreciate you. Positive energy on the upcoming things that you have. Really hope to see you soon, sir. Truly. All right. As far as I know, unless Mrs. Good Luck Round wants to get down, we have one on the Good Luck Round. And this cat comes through, man, for real. This cat comes through for real, man. Like, this cat hits me up on the back channel regularly. He hit me up today. I was in a competition. He was like, yo, just checking on you, man. This dude really, really is a cat that you want to know. So make sure you are connecting with this cat because he connects worlds for real. I know you hear about worlds colliding. Nah, he just puts the connections together, man. Right? He's like a telephone company, right? He just puts the lines together so you can connect with the people that you need to talk to. Captain of the street team himself, the one and only Inspiration is in the building, y'all. Let these folks
Thank
know
you.
where they can find you. Great to see you as always, bro. Come on, take it away.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. You find me under Inspiration on Facebook, and then just message me, and I'll give you all the other socials. Craig Larson on Facebook as well is where I share everybody else's flyers and everything. There's just so much to mention, but I always do feel like a messenger, man. I love making connections, resurrecting stuff. Just reconnected with St. Louis on some poet chapter stuff. So I'm gonna get to it. I don't want to. I'm gonna try to get to 2 poems. We'll see what happens. The mud we'll climb through, the concrete we'll blossom from, dressing us impressively in pain, forcing us to fill and take black balloons full of past toxicity with us, though I will never take a slight interest in watching her shadow play with wind chimes. She won't look behind her. Her soul will look forward and wink as the wind chimes clink, speaking such beautiful noises upon the darkened backdrop in the sky where stars shine down like crazy diamonds. The flight that she takes is distant, so it's really not that far away either. There is no rhyme and or reason for an end. Nerves once bound yet filtered are that of shadows carried in black balloons by shadows trying to get back to the future. Though the enchantment of her self-love will open new doors with her dimples as ledges for her happy cheeks, her beautiful eyes. They show a peaceful soul that survived muddy waters, bringing forth a laugh so contagious that the air will shake everyone around her, especially me. I will shine a open mouth smile with Rocky Mountain teeth, showing no feelings of embarrassment, because when she smiles, when she laughs, it brightens up the darkened sky into a beautiful sunrise. I tell you, all negativity, all stresses of my world will leave me. All darkened shadows carried in black balloons catch a gust of wind to only be seen in the rear view, not allowing this moment of possibilities to be repeating moments like this to be interrupted into the future. From day one, her soul will latch onto mine like a tick, carrying a vibe of purity, high-dyed in peace, love, and intimacy. Though this poem is coming to a close, the words that were spoken have no end. No end of rhyme, no end of time. Until then, I am Inspiration. I am a person of extraordinary talent. And these are walls of mine. These right here are walls of mine, trapped inside these walls, and I'm the one that built them. I'm lost inside these walls, like the keys I misplaced. I have to replace them on the same table where I normally place them. Now I'm screaming inside these walls, and I'm the only one that heard them. There's no ceiling attached to these walls. I swear there's people outside of these walls. I know I heard them. I forgot my tools outside of these walls. And I ain't put no windows or no doors in. Man, I'm playing bloody knuckles. The Lord, I built these walls good. I know there's people outside of these walls. They just want to keep me trapped in. They're scared of the knowledge that I'm giving, the game that I'm teaching, the people that I'm reaching. 15 years of age, and I'm motivating my daughter to put her all in. Speaking to her mind through mind, digging the mind like a mine, speaking into these walls like a mime, manifesting her dreams like they're mine, guiding her through her nightmares because they're mine. Staring at these walls eye to eye because they mirror mine. I'm trying to burn a hole up in these walls like I got laser eyes. Tapping into my third eye, trying to remember how to climb until my spidey senses are floating inside of my mind. Watch me as I soar above these walls of mine. Ain't no cap on mine. I'm my inspiration. Yana in time. I am motivation, determination. Hey world, just call me Inspiration. That's my time.
Yo, that ending is how you do it, homie. I see you been working. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Inspiration.
Bravo. Bravo.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's
Right
my
on,
dog.
Inspiration.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You did your thing. That was really good.
Working on them. I'm working on them.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I
Keep
really
at
like
it.
that you kind of moderated your delivery, especially in the first piece. And for me, I just, it was helped me keep up with what you were saying. It wasn't as overpowering as some of your past performances. So I would encourage you to keep, playing around with, the tone and the levels, because I think that's working really well for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was supposed to be in the slam August 8th, and I was practicing, memorizing a lot of stuff and playing around with different deliveries, while I've been rehearsing at open mics and stuff. But now that got pushed back into December, so I'm gonna play with the pen a little bit more and some ideas. I got a feature coming up on the 25th, and that's what I was calling Elemental about. I wanted to talk to the teacher over there, about some history lessons to help me with the subject that I'm playing with. Basically, the supercontinents and first civilizations, at different times, on different continents, and basically how the US of A is going through puberty compared to the rest of the continents and countries in the world.
Yeah, the challenge is when performing is so different at a live mic than a online mic. You got to really kind of readjust every time you go back and forth. So that's a whole other skill in itself.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you.
Without a doubt, it is because you can get very comfortable in this space, right? In your own environment, in this little box that we got, right? And then you get on stage, and then you can smell you can smell your audience, right? You can smell how irritated they are, right? You can smell the cheap bourbon coming off of the dude who's had too many drinks, and he's like, "You're not funny." Right? He's like, "I wasn't trying to be funny." Uh, you know what I'm saying? So, it is a very different space, right? But it's important, I think, to cultivate both, right? Because there is a definite world of poetry online, right? And there are people who are outside and who are putting in that work. And those two mediums are very different. And I think, we've broken that third one, right? It's either usually page or stage. And I haven't come up with a one that rhymes for this space. But this is very different, right? This isn't on stage. This isn't on the page. This is virtual. It's very different. Yeah, you've been putting in work, man. I see you, right? Open mouth smile with Rocky Mountain teeth. Yeah, that was kind of sick. And the hat toss, like that's like a mic drop. It's pretty sick. Keep cultivating that. Last point. Just because they moved the slam from August to December, don't let off the gas. Keep practicing just as hard. Just as hard. Seriously, it's gonna pay off, I promise. All right. Again, Mrs. Good Luck Round, if you want to get down, please let me know. So we are gonna move on to listen. It's been a while since I heard this gentleman. I gave him a shout out earlier, and I'm glad we're gonna get a chance to hear him. He is our resident descendant from the Starship Enterprise. Love when this cat comes through. His work is so uniquely beautiful. We don't get a chance to hear it all the time, but he comes through and he shows support. He shows love every single time. The one and only Garland Thompson is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you. You can find me on IG, GT Poet. I was originally not going to read. I was just thought I'd kick back and listen to all this beautiful work by all these beautiful people, but y'all inspired me. This is a brand new piece, never been heard before. The Right Mix. Fluid writing. writing fluid, letting words, getting words, transporting words from a brain to whatever medium feels best, fits the moment, works like a charm. I see a word, then two, three, four, a lot more appear on the horizon of my eyes as our dog Yoda rests his head on my knee. As he does, I find myself daydreaming, my pen ready to put ink on the page, the ink of my imagination. And when it's good, it's real as everything around me. Solid like a B flat from Coltrane's horn, like this chair, that table, even though I know solid is really an illusion, especially when you're talking to a physicist or a quantum mechanic. But I digress. When the ink of my imagination starts to flow, I become the pen, writing on a cosmic blank page of this holy book called life. As this hits me, I look up to see a painter's many strokes on a canvas, each color from their brush, orange, pink, yellow, blue, lavender, placed most tenderly, coalescing as beautiful brown dancers in joyous motion. Alvin Ailey on the page. Even those in colorful shadow lovingly included, because they are as necessary as the foreground for the moment's beauty and motion to blaze bright. Brings to mind the thing to always strive for is harmony with what is needed on the page, on the stage. Bliss is in the balance, the right amount of this, the right amount of that. It just creeped up and hit me one day, square on the jaw, that to strive for balance in every moment is a reward in and of itself, as in it's the journey, not the destination. The moments in between, the moments in between, the quarter notes, eighth notes, the stings and samples, when mixed just right with the chorus, the melody, the words, the lyrics to our song, become simplicity that is so rich, so layered, so fluid. Thank you, everyone.
Listen, you had me at Coltrane, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Garland Thompson.
Yeah, you could only do that if you were somebody who was a creature of the stage, a creature of, music, and a creature with a very visual orientation. If I hadn't known because you had said so, I might guess you at one time did sound at the Blue Note.
Yes, that is true. I did. I did indeed. 18 years old. That was quite an experience there.
Crazy.
Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh.
I mean, all sorts of incredible people. Dizzy Gillespie was one of my biggest heroes too. So
As well he should be.
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah,
Dizzy
very
and Coltrane, these crazy horn players. Listen, sir. Listen.
I can't imagine.
Listen. I only hope that their muse didn't rub off on you, because they had crazy muses. Seriously. But listen, as soon as you mentioned B flat, right, it automatically just took me to a sheet of music, right? And like you said, you became the pen, right? You also became the music in that poem, right? And the universe started playing you as the instrument, right? And you're bending these crazy notes, right? Dog or dog not, there is no try. Shout out Yoda. Like that's just beautiful. Right? The thing to always strive for is harmony. It's the journey, not the destination. Right? Something my professor told me, right? You have to fall in love with the process, not the finished product. Right? And I think as artists, as poets, we all we all could really still benefit from that notion of falling in love with the writing process, not just the finished poem, right? Because it's that journey that we learn from, right? It's those tricks, it's those, you know, those times that we're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna put this in here, and it's just gonna work. I know it's gonna work. You know, you just, your level of fearlessness is really beautiful, sir. And I'm always thankful when I get a chance to hear your work. Thank you for sharing it with us. Really incredible. Really incredible. All right. Closing us out this evening, Mrs. Good Luck Round herself. Take care, Ike. Appreciate you. She comes through, and listen, she has many facets, right? There was a while she was on a path. She's done some aphrastic work. She even sung to us a couple of times in Spanish. And then she reads from her own work. She's just incredible. Depending on which way the light strikes her, you have no idea what you're going to get. But they're all amazing. Bet that. The one and only Elizabeth Horan is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Man, you're too good to me, Elemental. That's an awfully, awfully lovely welcome. Thank you very much. I love all y'all. You know that. I love being here. I'll just read two and we'll go from there. This one is called ECT, Are You Loving Me? Shock treatment is for me. Bridge programs. So easy the walk down the hall. The IV, the vomiting, the need for a driver on a Monday at 2 p.m. And some deeply tinted Jackie O glasses. The other option, your trench coat. I could get into its muster. I could swear myself over to you, Chief, and you could throw the sink out of the window. You could rip it free from the linoleum, carry me out like your baby into the warm Oregon morning, and I could not chew the gum. And I could not let them cut me open, sever in between and above my eyes. And I could not let them in. I could not let them win. Like they did before, when I was young, when I was Nicholson. And I'll do one more. This one is called Hearts Are Breaking Everywhere. Even though I cannot see your face, nor place my fingers upon your skin, I am here, craving your words, your warmth, the small smile in the dark, so damn sweet. As if still children, we would play on the playground, eat unwashed apples, and ride our bikes dangerously. Need something here to make this poem sing. I am craving that ping. Stupid ping, which means someone gives a fuck. Someone loves me or wants to fuck. I wanted to tell you, I had a telehealth psych consult today. 100 up to 150. And so the Zoloft lifts and flies away with a little girl trailing behind. Damn. If I could only get near you, press myself into you, I would, baby. Maybe kiss you. That's kind of nice to think about, but all I really have to offer are my kisses. My saturated genius broke, bloat, brain gone so far past the blood-brain barrier serves me right. This paranoia I share, this is tricky. Picking a scab like a tick, don't lose it in your hair. Talk tomorrow, I will hate this poem. You don't like it either, then fuck you. Oh my God, did I say that aloud about the picking of the scalp? Fuck, how I love you. Despite the platitudes, I make you oatmeal and eggs. The man-child in you refuses to eat it. I gained 30 pounds in the face of Baby, come, hold me. In the dark night, I am lost. I am so lost, messy, unhinged, they might call it. The woman who loves you is hurting. Your online woman is hurting. Thank you.
Yo, that's just that's just another dangerous damn poem. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth
Yo,
Horrid.
Always so damn
yes.
sexy.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
Woo! I love your poems.
yeah, you're such a powerful advocate when you give these testimonies from the inside. I'm kind of keying into something Finn said a few weeks ago, where she said she picked up on this kind of tone of ennui in your poems. And I think I've heard that forever. I just never identified it. But now with this set that you did, in your delivery, I kind of detect a sort of sigh at the end of every line that's kind of buried in your delivery. It's like way in the back of your throat, but every line has this sort of delivered on a sigh. And it just makes everything you say so much more complex and dimensional.
Yeah, you kind of have mastered your work, and I thought it was just a little sinister. She said, "I made you oatmeal and eggs." I just think that's kind of sinister. Um, After all of that, despite the platitudes, she said, "I made you oatmeal and eggs." Like shit, shit. Um, Between that and the first poem, you said uniquely tinted Jackie O glasses. Like, let's go. Let's go. Um, Only I really have to offer. All I really have to offer is my kisses, and I think there's something just very, very soft about that, right? Not the body, not the entire spectrum of intimacy, just kisses, right? And I think there's something really, really beautiful about that. So thank you for doing what you do, and sharing it with us. Like really, your spectrum of uniqueness is vast, and we appreciate you truly. All right, so we have one more that jumped on the good luck round, and we are going to jump ship. Listen, this next artist, she came through last week, I believe, and the week before. She comes through like a damn hurricane, right? She comes through, no disrespect, but she comes through like the mutant that is akin to her name, right? You understand in a second. But I've heard this artist get down. I've heard her, in the cipher doing her thing, talking mad trash, son. Mad trash. But she's 100% real with it. I can tell you that. She's 100% real with it, and she's about to give y'all that work. The one and only Gina Storm is in the building. Come on. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, poet. Please take it
All
away.
right, yo. I turned on my camera because I try to be off camera, but I be in the garage doing my thing. So I'm in the garage right now doing that thing. Um, I love the fact that you built me up that way. And the wonderful thing about me, and that's all I can say, is that you can catch me on Friday nights at Verses and Rhymes on Clubhouse with my poetry partners in rhyme, um, Maliki and Scott over there. You can also catch me. I'll be hosting and the lead chef, the head chef, and the master chef in the kitchen at the Small House of Poetry on Saturday. And that is, I'm sorry, on Friday night, you can catch me at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Saturday afternoon, you can catch me at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the kitchen, where we do a potpourri style. And that's like, if you come up on stage, you're in the round, and we do it reverse PTR. So spit your piece and leave the mic after you sign off, so the next poet knows it's their go. We try to keep that train on tracks. It's just a cipher. That's on Saturdays. On Sundays, this is the second Sunday of the month, so it'll be our relationship show, where we need to understand how it is that men and women relate to each other. What does dating look like in 2025? What does marriage look like? And so forth and so on. That's what we do. And that is at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Monday mornings, you can catch me on the AM Drive, the Small House of Poetry on Clubhouse. And we do the AM Drive. And my segment is Black Facts. Sometimes it's Black in February. I'm Black all 365. So let me just go into my first piece. I'm giving this to you off the dome in case you didn't know. I don't always freestyle, but sometimes I get in spots where I feel like, oh, I just got to give you what I got. So this is my piece for tonight, the first one. If I can do two, I'll do two. It just depends on how long this one goes, because I don't know. This first one is family. Family was so messed up. I don't know when they became this interrupt. I mean, maybe it's because there's no more Medeas and Big Mamas in the Black community. And maybe because some of us have lost our grandparents because we're middle age, you see. So we're the next generation, and it's falling on our shoulders respectfully. We just got to pick it up with that torch and run with it. Because what we going to do? Let the family fail, fade away, drop, go into some good night and never come back? Nah, those grandmothers that raised us, the aunties and the uncles who were there when we were just learning how to be. These are the people who made me understand and appreciate the fact that no matter what, family is everything. I'm not talking about family, it's going to always be what you want it to be. Nah, it's not. There's a lot of elements, people, personalities, and things that are running amok. So sometimes your family gets down just to the bare bones. Like I got biological brothers, two of which I haven't seen in 2025 in my home. Our mom lives here as well. I've been calling myself an only child. People think that I'm egregious for saying that. How so? Make me understand it. Make it make sense, way. I'm just saying this. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how it came to be. But whatever it is, I don't know why they're absent. They haven't showed up when I'm showing out. They've been going through things. My mom and my aunt, they live in the same domicile. My cousin showed up, but he's just passing through. And I'm here for the long haul. So I assure you that being part of a family, to me, is not negotiable. It's an essential part of my life. Being part of the poetry community is just like family. So I have brothers and sisters that don't have the same parent. They're not even kinfolk, let alone kinfolk. But as poets and poetess, I feel like we understand each other best. So you can play with somebody else when you're out in these streets and think that what you know is what it is when it comes to family. But the reality for me is the only person that I give enough time to is my family. That's my piece.
There's nothing in this world like family. Nothing in this world. Nothing in this world that can give you that kind of safety, that kind of security, but also that kind of scrutiny than your family. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Gina Store.
I gotta get that big old poet.
Thank you, poet.
Poems from the garage. The new series.
Yo, in the garage. I gotta be in the garage. This is where I smoke my weed. Like I'm
That's the
keeping it.
studio right there.
My mom don't smoke.
It's the
Huh?
So
best
I'm
place
out
there.
here. And it wasn't even no plays, and it wasn't even no puff and pass. I am dead ass. I mean, like I did a wake and bake, but you know that wore off. I ain't even high right now. But when I do
Yeah,
get high, please know I'm
garage
a
is a
turkey scat.
sacred place. Garage is a sacred place, baby. So,
Yo,
I
Paul,
like
I
the
remember
one
when I
line you
came
kicked.
on and you called
The
me Regina. I was like, how does he know my government? Because I didn't know that was my name.
the one line you kicked that said it all to me is family isn't going to always going to be what you want it to be. That's so true.
100% of the time. It's not. It's not, and it can't be, right? Family is one of those things that it's an ever-changing thing, right? Kind of like the earth, right? We are birthed from it, but it is constantly changing to adjust to us, right? As the world grows, as we grow, as we gain knowledge, right? And we learn about intimacy, the world changes with us, right? Change doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? So as our family does, right? And then as what we need from our family changes, right? So I love that. I love that you just came off the top with it, right? Because that just speaks to the universe and what it's giving you, right? I love that skill. Personally, I have to cultivate that skill even more, because it's heavyweight work. Really, that's just allowing your, kind of like, when you float in the ocean, right? It's allowing the waves to just do whatever they do to you. I am thankful for each and every one of you. Shout out Yun in the building, right? She all the way in Australia and plugging in, representing the greatest community in the world. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening. Shout out Mason Bailey, Garland Thompson, Nishawn Dawn, Markencia, Nikki J with her incredible storytelling, Bill Elkins, the resident Gilgamesh, Gina Storm in the building. Just so you know, Gina Storm, it does still have your government in that box over there, ma'am. For real, it does still say that. Just saying. Listen, y'all have been incredible, really. Y'all really make Thursday nights pop. We are not going to jump into the cipher this evening because I'm hoping y'all will go and hang out with Finn Bell. Rock on her open mic. She will probably have like an after hour spot. So go and hang out, share some artistry with some other artists. Y'all are all just super welcome here. I love all of you. You make this community what it is. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Till next week, peace and blessings.